Today we will discuss about when alternating current is passing through the inductance and resistance cycle. Up to now we discussed that when alternating current passes through the pure resistance, what happens? There is no phase difference between alternating current and alternating voltage. When alternating current passes through the pure inductance, what happens? There is a phase difference of pi by 2 radian lags behind the EMF. And in third case, when alternating current passing through the pure conductance or pure capacitance, the phase difference is plus pi by 2. It is nothing but alternating current before pi by 2 radian to the EMF. Now, when this alternating current passing through the inductance and resistance cycle, there is alternating current through inductance L and resistance R circuit. What happens? What is the maximum current? What is the resultant resistance? What is the phase difference between alternating current and alternating voltage? We want to discuss. The simple concept is there is inductance L and resistance R. So we know the symbol of the inductance is this one. The electricity is taken as L, self-inductance. And resistance is there. The resistance is connected in series with the inductance as like this. Now, an alternating voltage source, whose EMF is taken as E is equal to E naught sin omega t, is connected in series with the inductance and resistance. Now what happens? When battery on, the current which is increases in the circuit at a time t, it is I, and EMF is induced in the inductance. How much EMF is induced? Minus L into di by dt. There is a resistance, is nothing but according to Ohm's law, there is some potential difference across the resistance. How much it is? V is equal to IR principle, that is IR potential difference is there. Now, when we apply Kirchhoff's second law, the sum of the algebraic EMF, that is E minus L into di by dt, that is equal to resistance potential difference across the resistance, that is IR. That is the resultant EMF is E minus L into di by dt. That is the resultant electromotive force in a closed circuit. That is equal to potential difference across the resistance, that is IR. Our aim is to calculate I because EMF is we know already. So for that purpose, when this is also coming this side, L into di by dt plus I into R is equal to E. But we know E is equal to how much? E naught sin omega t, that is L into di by dt plus IR is equal to E naught sin omega t. This is actually a differential equation having values I. So when we solve this equation, we can get a current I. By comparing that equation and current equation, we can analyze the phase difference and resultant resistance in a closed circuit. For this purpose, different methods we have to derive this or to solve this equation, differential equation. One of the method is trial solution. I am saying that I is equal to I naught sin omega t plus pi, maybe minus pi, whatever it is we have to take. So where I am taking I is equal to I naught sin omega t minus pi is the trial solution. But there is I is okay, di by dt is there. This is only trial solution. Now where I naught and pi is constant to be determined. We don't know actually. I naught is what, how much, I don't know. Pi is a phase difference, we don't know. Our aim is to calculate this I naught and pi. When differentiate this equation with respect to time, then di by dt is equal to I naught into, because that is a constant, differentiation of sin omega t minus pi is cos omega t minus pi into omega. When substitute the values of I and di by dt into this equation, that is L into di by dt is equal to I naught omega cos omega t minus pi plus R into I is equal to I naught sin omega t minus pi, that is equal to E naught sin omega t. There is cos omega t minus pi term, there is sin omega t minus pi term. For simplicity, we will subtract and add by pi in the right side equation. Is there any change? There is minus pi and plus pi is cancel each other. There is only sin omega t term remains. So that is L into I naught omega into cos omega t minus pi plus R I naught into sin omega t minus pi is equal to E naught into, this is sin A plus B. Sin A plus B is sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. That is sin A, that is omega t minus pi cos B, that is cos pi, plus there is already E naught sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, that is cos omega t minus pi sin pi. This equation is true. So the coefficients of cos omega t minus pi are equal and coefficients of sin omega t minus pi are also equal. So what is the coefficient of cos omega t minus pi? There is L I naught omega is equal to coefficient of cos omega t minus pi is how much? E naught sin pi. That is taken as equation 4. Now coefficients of sin omega t minus pi, here is R I naught is equal to coefficient of sin omega t minus pi is E naught cos pi. By using these two equations, we may eliminate sin pi. Then we have to calculate I naught value. And when we eliminate this I naught, we can calculate pi value. So by using this method, we can determine those two terms. That is, when adding and subtracting, adding and squaring and adding those two equations, that is L I naught omega whole square plus R I naught whole square is equal to E naught square sin square pi plus E naught square cos square pi. Of course, there is also I naught square, here also I naught square. When it is taken as common, L square omega square plus R square is equal to E naught square into sin square pi plus cos square pi. What is the value of sin square pi plus cos square pi?
1.
That is value is 1. That is I naught square into L square omega square plus R square is equal to E naught square. That is I naught square is equal to E naught square by L square omega square plus R square. That is value of I naught is equal to E naught by square root of L square omega square plus R square. That is the maximum value in that cycle. Maximum current in that cycle. Now what we require? What is the phase difference? By dividing equation 4 by equation 5, then what happens? E naught sin pi by E naught cos pi is equal to L I naught omega by R I naught. I naught cancel. E naught cancel. Then sin pi by cos pi is equal to how much? tan phi. That is tan phi is equal to L omega by R. Then pi is equal to tan inverse L omega by R. Now, what is the current? Current I is equal to I naught sin omega t minus pi. That is I is equal to. What is the value of I naught? E naught by square root of L square omega square plus R square sin omega t minus, of course, pi value is tan inverse L omega by R. So this is the required equation. When you compare equation 1 and 5, equations 1 and 5, the current I lags behind by phase difference pi. How much value of that is pi? Tan inverse L omega by R. So current I differ by R lags behind the phase difference by tan inverse L omega by R than the alternating EMF. So we know the maximum current I is equal to I naught is equal to E naught by root of L square omega square plus R square. When this is compared with the Ohm's law, we know I is equal to V by R. This term, that is root of L square omega square plus R square, plays a role of resistance. So this is called impedance. That is maybe written as Z is equal to square root of L square omega square plus R square. The units of impedance is also ohm. Units of impedance is also ohm. This is one of the method to analyze the alternating current which is passing through the inductance and resistance. Of course, one more method is there, that is vector rotation method. That is very simple method. We can calculate. It will be seen in my next class.